everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's Bortles' Jaguars going up against Wilson Seahawks. With that, let's get you up to Seattle. We're standing by are our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Seattle Seahawks. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here's Thomas Rawls with his first carry. And he'll power his way up near the 25. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Yes, this is where the expression staying ahead of the chains comes into play. Good runs like that one set you up well for 3rd down.
They go again with Rawls. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
On 1st down, Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Defense showing blitz. First down, this is Rawls. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And this offense often hinges on one of the best tight ends in the league, and that's Jimmy Graham.
I think he made up for lost time when he got to the NFL because in college, he was mainly a basketball player, a defender who couldn't score. Now he's flipped it around in the NFL. Every time he touches the ball, he's a threat to score.
2nd down to the offense in search of 6 yards. On 2nd down, Wilson. And left side here, it's Graham. And he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. Now Wilson on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. And And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. 4th down. Here's Wilson. And it is incomplete. Or it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now it's a former Washington State running back. It's Chris Ivory. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now look at the starting unit, and here's to you, Mr. Robinson.
Oh, I like that one. Allen Robinson, I love coming out of Penn State. Everyone kept telling me he's not fast enough, and I kept pointing to the film and saying, yes, but he catches everything. He's definitely a threat.
Again they run. Again it's Ivory. And he cuts it back left. He got 29 yards that time.
Okay, let's do our version of name dropping here. Let's show off a little knowledge, right? The A-gap, the gap between the center and the guard on either side, right? Both sides. Control that, you're going to control an inside running game.
And he had to feel satisfied because he hit that gap, broke the contact. He loves that.
That's the best part, right? That's what he's going to ask the coach to run back on film.
Let me see that one more time.
Show that again, coach. Look how my legs kept turning. I just kept moving, and he did to the tune of a big game.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. And a look at Seattle's defense.
When Bobby Wagner's career is said and done, people will look back and say he was an absolute steal in the NFL draft. A Pro Bowl player for any team.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Now they'll throw it. Bortles. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and forced an incompletion.
3rd down. Here's Ivory. And a short gain here down to the 22. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the Jaguars' Jason Myers now for the field goal try. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And Myers able to knock it through, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So after slogging through a scoreless first quarter, we have action on the scoreboard. A field goal makes it 3-0.
Well, with these two offenses, we weren't going to stay 0-0 forever, were we? I'm not sure that this opens the floodgates, but I doubt that's the last scoring we're going to see.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. but they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
10 yards still left on second down. On second down, here's Wilson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. Now Wilson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
This is taken at the 23. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
No, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
The drive begins with a run by Ivory, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. On second down, here's Bortles. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. Here comes the D swarming to the line. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Bortles. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
The drive begins with a run by Rawls. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And able to find Graham, complete. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the 1st down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
brief break in the action here. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. They come out here in the I. Now Wilson on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And on 2nd and 10 now. They'll come out in the pistol. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Surveying the field. He's going to float this one deep right side. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
That's going to frustrate the coaching staff a little bit as they dialed up the deep shot. But they weren't on the same page on that play. Heck, I don't think they were in the same book. I think he thought he was going to do something else. Ends up throwing it over the sidelines. Well incomplete.
Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 3rd down, Wilson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. 12 yards on the pickup, and it'll give the Jags a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. On first down, Bortles. And it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
Bortles will try again on 2nd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Bortles now to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion as we just saw there, that's winning football.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's brought down. 18 yards on the pickup there. And it'll give the Seahawks a first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision. And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Pitch goes to Rolls. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
And all the way down to the 26. A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards.
That was a nice pickup, some chunk yardage there. Some of those big yards downfield with a little bit of rack thrown in there, a little run after catch. And it came on a crossing route. I can just hear one of my friends who won 4 Super Bowls as a quarterback always said the same.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's this, and he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Russell Wilson taking it in. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown
I'm already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Finding time. Caught out left side by Robinson. 13 yards there on the pickup, and it's good enough for a Jacksonville first.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Bortles now on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cliff Averill in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. He's got time in the pocket. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. He's got time. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
I don't know how you felt about that one, but almost felt like retaliation, didn't it? Took the sack, jumped right back up, and took a big shot downfield that fell incomplete.
Yeah, 2nd down sack. Tried for the big one on 3rd down. Couldn't get him. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around.
Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
On second down, Wilson. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Wilson now to throw on into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Paul Posluszny. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
They want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down. And they're going to speed things up here. Throwing his Bortles on third down. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
Completes it to Lee. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They send Thomas out to the right by himself. Bortles now to throw. And he fires one incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
They run with their short yardage man, Ivory. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
Now, we all know that an offense coordinator and a quarterback, they're aligned at the hip. But when you've got a runner who can get you that kind of yardage, that guy's invaluable.
Throwing is Bortles. And this one complete to Julius Thomas. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
This is Ivory. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Well, partner, this drive has been a model of efficiency. They've done everything they've wanted to. And the defensive guys, they've got to be getting frustrated. They can't figure out how to get off the field.
Now Bortles. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it a second down. Now, this will be the 9th play on this drive. On second down, here's Bortles. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. On first down, this is Ivory. And he'll push his way up to about the 14. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. On the ground, Ivory. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. They're exactly right.
To throw is Bortles. Sliding out of the pocket. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things. Hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
Yeah, it's such a close game, a very big one. Bortles now on 3rd and goal. Walters with a grab over the middle. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
Well, they certainly didn't get what they wanted on that play. That means it's a big-time decision on what you call on 4th down.
Absolutely, because a field goal here doesn't do them much good. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Blake Bortles taking it in. And the Jaguars have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there. Quick
lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
So we've got a 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. His throw incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has it?
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there down to the 30. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way. Throwing now is Borders. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
And Myers able to knock it through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Surveying the field. He's going to try and go deep again. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. The Jaguars getting set to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the... And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Finding time. Caught out left side by Robinson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives them a new set of downs. So they're leading. They have possession of the football. And certainly, this is where they just want to milk the clock. They run. Robinson. It's a loss of a yard there. And now 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll be a gain of 11, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders, is exactly what happened on that play.
They get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on 3rd down. They come out here in the eye. Bortles will keep it. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Official.